I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone's. I am here for Married to Medicine LA Season 1 Episode 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you return and you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, Dr. Britton and Mac, they're discussing their living situations because it's the end of the summer. He and the kids are going back to Orlando because they have yet to find a house that meets all of their criteria. We got to look at the house that we like and it matches our wish list. And then we got to find a house in the neighborhood that has a good school to it. He wants to live in like Calabasas and all that stuff, and at the same time be in a good location of where you work at. And on top of that, we got to think of like the kids and where they going to go to school at. With all these things, but like living in Los Angeles, the taxes are higher, the houses are a lot more expensive, and you don't really get a lot of land. Which made me think back to that show, Saved by the Bell. That used to be my show back in the day. And I was just thinking to myself as I was watching this, how did Kelly's family afford that house? She had like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters. And her bedroom was the size of a master bedroom. So how is it that they living in California and her daddy forever getting, laid off and whatnot? I shouldn't say forever. But how is it that I afforded this house and your bedroom that you had all by yourself looked like a master bedroom? As a child, I didn't really notice that. But then I was watching this show, some reason that just popped in my head like, that don't make sense. What was going on there? Well, like a lot of stuff on shows when we was little, it didn't make sense. But that just kind of popped in my head. So, they have yet to find a house. Asha and Larry, they go to a fertility doctor, I believe, to discuss their options. She is 39 years old. They want to have a baby. Seems like more of her than him. He's looking at it as a financial thing, which, of course, if you have a baby, you got to think about the finances because you got to think of, okay, if we living in a condo and we don't live in a house, we're going to have to get a bigger house. We have to think of the schools. Babies, they expensive, like with the diapers and the wives and going to the doctor and all this other things. It's expensive. And then on top of that, like once they get into school, you gotta furnish for the whole class. Like when I was little, the only things I had to bring to school was an art box, number 2 pencil, and crayons, and 2 boxes of tissues for the whole year for the class. Now we gotta bring sanitizers, you gotta bring paper towels, like all this other stuff, and like, anyway, but he don't seem like he's really ready yet, but she ready to have this baby. I was like, okay. Dr. Imani wants to contact her dad, but Phil, he's like, I don't know what kind of energy that's going to bring into our house that's going to affect us and our son. Her dad left when she was 11 years old because he was on drugs. She hasn't physically seen him since then, but they have kind of been texting. And his whole thing is, I don't want him to say he's coming, you get your hopes up high, and then you just sitting by the door and like a little girl waiting on daddy to come, and daddy don't ever show up. But I'm here to support you. If this is what you really want to do, this is her. Like, I need to do this to say that I did everything I could to have a relationship with him. If it don't work, then it don't work. So when she texted daddy, he's like, I'll think about it. I'm like, really? You ain't seen her in how many years? But and I get I gotta think about it text. You left my life because you was out here on drugs. And when I want to see you in person, I want to think about it. See, this is what Phil was talking about. I'm loving Phil and I'm loving Dr. Imani. I really am. So Jazmine is having a dollhouse Barbie themed party and she has invited everyone. Now, I love the color pink, but I'm not having pink everything. I'm just not. Like, I'll have a pink case for my tablet and like something like that, but like my room ain't decked out in pink at all. But I like the color pink, but I was like, if this your theme party, girlish, that's your thing. Do what you gonna do. But when she was reading off the invitations, I was like, okay, because she was like, and BYOB, you're probably wondering what that means. It means be your own boss. And I'm like, it also means bring your own beer. So are you saying to us that you think you made it BYOB? Because the way she said it's like, you're probably wondering what that means. Well, most people would have thought bring your own beer. That's where I went to. I was like, no, I mean bring your own beer. Be your own boss. And she was happy about that statement. But it seems like the group, minus Shanique, is like, okay, this is just Jazmine. Okay, girl, this is what you're doing. Okay, it's kind of like, bless her heart type of situation. That's what I'm getting from the group, minus Shanique. So, but the minus is, with the straightest of face, I'm not dressing up as a doll. Like, I understand the theme party. Okay, it's a 70s theme party. Okay, I kind of get that. It's a Hawaiian theme party. I don't want to dress up as no baby doll. I just don't want to do that. That's just not my cup of tea. But, I think Imani said her doll was irritable black woman. I'm just mad, I'm angry. And that's who it is. So, y'all, Asha and Noelle showed up. Now, this is when I was looking like, they looking at the Bentley sitting on the curb. I'm like, I didn't know people park their Bentleys on the street. I thought that would be a type of, you put it in a garage type of situation. It's on the street, you liable to get your car get hit while somebody's rolling by. I have never rode in a Bentley or touched a Bentley or been close to a Bentley, but I just assumed that would be something you would drive and have the driveway. And I don't know if it's just for the show that they show that she has a Bentley or her husband has a Bentley. But anyway, the Bentley was on the street, and I was confused as why it was on the street. That just didn't seem like the right place for it to be. But anyways, not my car. So they get in the house, and they get to appraising this girl's house like, is this Diddy's house? Is she married to Diddy and we don't know it? Because we have yet to meet her husband. And this house does not look like the house of a doctor. It don't seem like a doctor's salary, this big old house right here. What she got going on? I'm like, you don't know what her husband do, because one, you ain't never met him. And two, like, he could have been having businesses before he, became a doctor. He could have come from a long line of rich folks. We don't know that because, one, you ain't never met the husband. But y'all just going around looking at this woman's house, and it seemed a tinge bit jealousy going on. That's what I was getting. But they were talking about this house is like it's at least $8 million. I don't know what kind of salary he got going on and what he doing. But it don't look right. I'm like, girl, leave that woman's house alone. So everybody then sat down. They eating. But Dr. Noelle, she feeling some type of way about this whole Barbie themed party because her daughter had this thing when she was little. She only wanted the white Barbie doll. She didn't want to play with the black Barbie doll. It was only the white one. And at one point, she was like, Mommy, will you dye my hair blonde? Because she thought that was beauty. She didn't think the black doll was beauty. But I'm like, maybe it's because they didn't have a variety of, black dolls. We can't call her Black Barbie because Barbie was Barbie. The other ones, they had different names. And I'm wanting to say that the doll's name was Stacy. But Stacy wasn't no doctor. Stacy wasn't a lawyer. Stacy wasn't no teacher. Barbie got to have all that other stuff. The other dolls, they just, you can change the outfit on them, put some heels on them, and play with them like that. So it wasn't a big variety of, the black dolls. So maybe that was it. But, Dr. Britton and Jazmine, they was feeling some type of way because, when they was growing up, they was looked at because, we mixed, so, we wasn't really considered black in the community, I grew up black, my mama black, but they didn't look at me as black. It was this whole type of situation. And at one point, Jazmine's like, see, this is what I wanted in my party. I wanted everybody, to get their feelings out and, to be able to agree to disagree. I shouldn't be talking about the way that woman talks. That was very rude to me. And I realized that as I was talking. But the whole thing was, I was like, maybe because, the black doll, it wasn't a whole, she didn't have occupations. She was just the black doll. Barbie, she was out here scuba diving. She was out here being a teacher and, lawyer and doctor. She got to do all those things. And, the black doll, she was kind of like secondary. You just sit here and dress. If they, they didn't really have, the black doll look like, a little girl. We got her straight hair, And nowadays they having a doll that got a little fro going on, and I appreciate that. But hey, that's how it was. I'm not saying it was right, but it was like I didn't like that because that's unrealistic expectation. You know, just having a Barbie thing. I am nobody's Barbie. Even as a child, I was my own role model. Barbie was not my role model. I was like, Barbie wasn't my role model either. But I showed enough had like 94 Barbie dolls, plus other dolls, and a few with the Spice Girl dolls. But anyways, that really had nothing to do with that. But I had a lot of dolls. I should have saved a lot of them in packaging, and it probably could have been worth a little bit of money. But as soon as I got a doll, I was ripping that bad boy open, which was hard because the little thing that held the hair down, you almost had to rip her hair out trying to get the Barbie doll out of the box. That's going off to somewhere else. So, lastly, Shanique tells Dr. Imani and Dr. Britton, I told Asha that her husband's ex was going to be at the party, so I don't know why she was being all surprised. She knew up beforehand. Now, I don't know how true this is, or she's just trying to be like, well, I wasn't being messy. I let her know that she was coming, because they looking like, so what was Asha and all these theatrics going on? If she knew that her husband's ex was going to be there, why did she show up, and what was with the theatrics? Like, I don't know if, you know, Asha was being all theatrical or was, you know, Shanique was, you know, just being messy. I don't know. Who's to say? But she does remind me of Mariah from Atlanta. And I was thinking that before James Caldwell said that. I was like, she reminds me of Mariah. And this is when Dr. Mighty says, you know, about that house. It looked like a drug dealer's house. And then the show just went off. Yeah. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. If you return and you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.